Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the next part of our base guide. We are at Wally's Bar and Grill. I've already cleaned it out and my car is full of rucksacks, so I can't do crap. Wish this person would stop talking. Anyways, Wally's Bar and Grill, friendly neighborhood watering hole, and probably not microwave meat emporium. That sounds like somewhere I've eaten many times. But anyways, the kitchen probably still works, but we shouldn't trust the oil in the fryer. It comes with a bar and grill built in. God, I would hope so at Wally's Bar and Grill. Only 2 parking spots, so still kind of crappy in that area. It has a seating area that is clearable, and we will gain materials out of it. Another seating area that can be dismantled for materials, and that's it. So I will claim the base, and when we come back from the black screen, I will have it built up for you. Alright, and here we are at the Wally's Bar and Grill. I've got it all built up, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the base itself.
There's gonna be trouble.
Be quiet, Schneider. Your swearing is going to get me in trouble. So it has 2 parking spots, and then for built-ins it obviously has a command center and a storage. There is nothing special about the storage. I just upgraded it to level 3 because why not? And then it comes with the bar and grill, as the name would suggest. So, the bar and grill has 2 different perks built into it. It has everybody knows your name, which is a cute little play on the bar. It gives you a +3 morale per person, and then it also comes with 2 makeshift beds, which will counteract some of the morale loss from beds, because I don't really use them. I'd rather have stuff that makes the base useful. I plugged in a comfy chair as usual. You do have the ability to prepare a feast as long as you have someone with knowledge of cooking, which isn't terrible. I've used it before, honestly, mostly for the morale boost. I'm not super concerned with stamina, but the morale can be very helpful in a high difficulty. If you look at my Lethal Zone playthrough that I'm doing right now on Trumbull Valley, oh my gosh, the morale is just an annoyance, especially when starting from scratch. Enact rationing. You can do this at any kitchen. So, whilst some people do like to use this, I will state I don't. For the simple reason that I just spoke of why this can be useful. Rather than gaining 15 morale, you're losing 15 morale per person just to use it. So, I mean, this is a 4-man base. We'll say you have 4 people, so that is 60 morale dumped, right? That is a staggering hit on Lethal Zone, like absolutely staggering. Your community will more than likely be pitching fits here, there, and everywhere. You will have conflict after conflict, and then eventually people will start leaving. Now, you can use it more towards the end when you have a better built-up base. Like right now, it would not hurt me, but I'm also doing this review on Standard Zone. I mean, look at my morale right now. It's pretty much maxed out. But that's my thoughts on morale. Yes, it does give you minus 50% food consumed overall, but that doesn't really matter if your morale is so terrible that people are threatening to leave the community. Now, that make items, you can do all the standard stuff. You can make snacks, nutritious snacks, coffee, energy drinks. Obviously, you have to have nutrition for that. You get a bonus for nutrition there. That just requires water and food. And you need chemistry, cooking, and water for the energy drink, and you get a bonus if you have nutrition. Then, of course, you can produce food. You get bonuses from both cooking and cuisine doing so. But like I said, the only reason I would ever use this is for a prepare feast, or I think the other one is grill stuff up. Those can be kind of handy when you need a quick morale boost, but that's about it. And the mod slots obviously are quite handy because I can throw a comfy chair in there and get free morale. Okay, now then, on to the meat of the topic. You have 4 small built-in slots that you can use, or not built-in, 4 small buildable slots that you can use, and 1 large. So inside, for the sake of, I don't know, realism as usual, I put the infirmary and my fighting gym indoors. I'd like to be healed inside, and I'd like the gym to be inside out of the sun. That would be preferable to me. And if you want to get even more in depth, you've got recovery, and you've got, oh man, and I just brain farted. You've got rehab. Broken limbs, build your muscle back. Haha, good play right there. Then outside, I put my workshop, and I also built my still. Again, I've said this time after time. I love my still. It is quite a fantastic thing. Yes, the level 2 is expensive to build up, and it does cost a material per day, but being able to craft the alcohol is fantastic. And if you have a bartending character, you also get a growler to go with your 6-pack, and you can make a ton of money out of it. And then it has a passive +3 morale per person because it purifies your drinking water. So the still is quite handy. And I've talked about the lounge, level 3. I don't know if I've quite shown it in a minute. So I did some flip-flopping of my heroes. Obviously, the still 2 needs a trader, and the lounge 3 requires a sheriff. So you have to jump characters around a little bit, which can be a little frustrating and lethal because it can take a long time to build standing up. But I'll show you the lounge level 3. So it comes with 2 beds and entertainment options, which is a +15 materials morale. It does cost 1 material per day, and then if you have someone with knowledge of the arts, which I can't honestly say I've ever had, you would get another +5 morale. So your morale activities, you have the standard schedule a break, play games, and mix a round of drinks. Then on top of that, you end up with poker night, watch TV, and movie night. Movie night is pretty awesome. It will give you a good chunk of morale. You will have to deal with the zombie threat for quite a bit. It even puts a yellow warning that says raises threat level significantly. Now you do need power to do both of the TV and the movie night, but they can be pretty handy because it will boost your morale a good amount. Now, you can also do this little thing. This is the reason why the lounge level 3 is so incredibly awesome. You can watch training videos. So if I hit this button in 5 minutes, which I don't think I have anybody that needs it. Nope. But if you had, let's just say, we'll use Kimberly. We'll say her marathon is a 1-star. We'll say all of her skills are just 1-starred. When that 5 minutes is up, she will have an incremental increase in every single one of her skills without having to do anything. So, if you just constantly spam the watch training videos, because once that 5 minutes is up, you can do it again, and then you can do it again, and so on and so forth, you can end up with a community like this, nice and maxed out, without having to take your characters out into the zombified areas. Now, obviously, you are going to have to keep playing the game because you're going to need supplies, but you can rank up your characters so that instead of having the base skills, we'll say like, yeah, who has something better? Oh, I like Fillmore quite a lot. So rather than him having all base skills, you could at least get his stars up far enough to get some of these more complex skills, like scouting and striking. Both of those are super awesome. I love scouting because I can see where my enemies are, and striking is quite fantastic in and of itself. I mean, the Grand Slam is awesome, and you get a bunch of health from getting these skills maxed out. I mean, it's just a no-brainer as to why the Lounge Level 3 is so potent. But with that, I will call it a day before I get off on any more tangents. This base, I do like it. It is relatively cheap to get into. It does have enough facilities. I mean, I was able to get my big 4 for small slots. I do prefer having 2 large slots, but hey, one will get it done, especially early in the game when you're probably going to be here. The bar and grill does give you the ability to get some quick morale using the stock the taps. Just toss some ethanol and 1 food, or you can use prepare a feast, cost 3 food. Food is extremely easy to find, and you've got yourself a morale boost. That is going to be your primary fight, is supplies and morale in Lethal Zone at the beginning, as the difficulty won't really ramp up until you start killing freaks and plague hearts. It will stay relatively calm until you start building a tremendous amount of standing. I mean, it's that simple. So while it's early, you just try your best to get into a base, preferably one that isn't blocked by plague hearts, but if there is no other option, then try and pick one with the least amount of plague hearts that you think you can afford getting into from the starter base. And as I said, I got off on yet another tangent. I have a tendency to do that. If you enjoyed this quick little review of Wally's Bar and Grill, please let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe as well. It really helps the algorithm to try and get me out there. Check out my Lethal Zone playthroughs. I already have one that is completed. We brought in good old Mr. Schneider here, the hero of Mayor Valley. It was quite fun. I got to use some of my favorite gear, like good old pyro launcher here. But check it out. Let me know if you like it. And I appreciate all of your time. As always, I am the ADHD Gamer, and I will see you next time.